Hey y'all, welcome to Bedtime Noir. This is our Valentine's edition. I'm saying our because I do have a special guest with me tonight. Mitzi is here. This is my chihuahua, Mitzi. Say hello to everybody. If you've followed any of my social media accounts or if you ever see any of my posts, you may have seen Mitzi before. But she frequently visits with me and sits here with me when I'm at my desk. And sometimes she'll sit in my lap. Sometimes she'll sit on her blue pillow over there. But she's here with me tonight, and she'll just rest in my lap while I read to you just a little short piece from my upcoming novel, Cracker. It's the next book in the Eucalyptus Lane series from Outcast Press. And I have a scene I guess it's near the beginning, and I think it goes along with Valentine's Day. So I'll share a little bit of that with you. And thank you for joining us. So here we go. Randy had just gotten out of the shower, slipped on a t-shirt and some underwear, and parked himself on the sofa with a beer when his phone rings. He picks up. It's her. Hey, I was just about to call you. Were you really, or are you just saying that? He answers honestly. I was really. What are you doing? Oh, nothing, Benny says. She sounds buoyant, like maybe she's had a drink or two. Must be doing something. Just relaxing a little, getting high. Bingo. What are you doing? Not a goddamn thing. He takes a sip of the beer, wanting to ask her out again, but it would have to be someplace really cheap, and he doesn't want her to think he's taking her someplace cheap out from necessity. She should think it's because it's quaint or kitsch. Want to go out tomorrow night? Sure. There's a smile in her voice when she says it. Where we going? It's a surprise, he says. Ooh, I like surprises. Don't you? Sometimes. He takes another swallow of beer, sets the bottle on the end table, and settles back on the sofa. Would you think I'm a pervert if I ask you what you're wearing right now? I'm in bed not wearing anything. What are you wearing? He looks down at his faded but clean Giants t-shirt and discount plaid boxers. What if I told you I'm not wearing anything either? Good. I love picturing you naked. You don't want to picture me in a police uniform? All I want is pure, unadulterated you, she says. Guess I could have texted you, but then I'd miss hearing your voice. You have a sexy voice. Well, thanks. He's getting a hard-on and a skittery stomach in anticipation of what she might say next. He reaches for the beer. All those hours of watching porn, and right now he can't think of a goddamn thing to say that would make for good X-rated conversation. It's got to sound unforced, glib, and easy. Just picture her naked in bed, he tells himself. So, she says, why don't you tell me a bedtime story? I will. Another sip of beer. But first, I have a confession to make. What's that, pray tell? I've never had phone sex before. You're a phone sex virgin? I don't believe it. So, be gentle, okay? She laughs that sparkling laugh, the kind that cuts through awkwardness and tension and makes him want to tell her secrets. I'll be gentle, all right. You have a sexy voice yourself, he tells her, catching a breathy note in her last few words that could mean she's getting turned on. If only she were sitting on his lap right now. If only he were there in bed with her. What are you in the mood for tonight, he asks. Truth or fiction? Whatever you want to share. That voice. Relaxed, semi-sleepy, like rolling over in bed and pressing against him like she did the other night. He slides his hand under the loose elastic of the boxers, getting turned on at the thought of sharing one particular story with her, without her knowing it's about her own sister and Ambrose. Have to be careful not to get his wires crossed, though. The actual circumstances might creep her out. Anyway, if it were a movie, it'd be based on a true story. So, here goes. Well, one night when I was still on the force, I was keeping an eye on this rich couple's house while they were away. And I'd ride by a time or two a night, just checking things out. Go on. I'm not going to go on because I'm going to stop it there. It gets a little sexier as it goes on. But anyway, we'll share some more later. But thank you for dropping in. And Mitzi and I wish you a happy Valentine's Day, and we'll see you at next week's Bedtime Noir. Have a great week.